Hi crafty people, happy Tuesday. And I am back today with another Stamp Your Stash video. And if you're wondering what that is, I use products that are current mixed with products that have retired from Stampin' Up. So, whoops. I'm trying to get my iPad up here and it's falling off the rack. My bad. Okay, let me get my camera. Hey, Carol. Wisconsin. Cool. Let me get my phone mounted here and we will get going. And I need to get my iPad put back up. So there you can see my iPad. Oh, and the dogs are coming in with me. Okay, let me get that up there. I think I need to tighten up the thing that holds my iPad. Almost situated. There we go. All right. Carol, Rebecca, Sherry, hello. Thanks for joining me. Okay, so the retired set that I am using today is this super cute Magical Day. So if you have this set, congrats, because it is a cutie patootie. And I'm also using the matching dies. They're called Magical Mates that go along with it. And then current product, I am using let's see, which one am I using from here? I am using Birthday Wishes. This is a current set, Itty Bitty Birthdays, and you'll find that on my online shopping channel, or if you have the catalog, it will be in there. And then the Layering Ovals dies. And I'm also using current ink colors and markers, the blends. So this one is not new, Sherry, but the Itty Bitty Birthdays is current. So this one is retired. So I'm doing Stamp Your Stash today. So from my stash, I am using that. These papers were also part of that collection, the Magical Day collection. So I'm using that cute designer series paper with the mermaids and the pretty sparkle. And my husband put the dogs in here, and usually he's not home, but he's got jury duty in a bit, so he put them in here with me, and they think he's out there, so they're fussing. Okay, so I got my ruler out here because I knew I wouldn't remember the measurements of the papers. I'm going to do a Joy Fold card. Hey, Catherine. So I have cut this at 8 1/4 lengthwise, and then it's 4 1/4 wide, because it'll end up being our A2 card size. 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So I just need to score this at 5 1/2 to give us the right size card, and fold that over, and it'll give us that little flap there on the front. Oh, I need one more score. So this one is 6 by 3 because I wanted a 3-inch little square card here. So I will just score it at 3. There we go. Lacey, you're going to have to go lay down, baby. All right. And I'm just going to give those a little burnish there. You guys, Mama's doing a video, so you gotta be good little puppies. Get down. All right. So now I have all these papers here. This is the back, well, the front of that, because this is got embossing and glitter on it. That's the back side, and these papers are all from that collection. So they're retired, but some of you probably have them in your stash. And this one, let's see, first I'm going to do this and this. So let me just get that going. So this piece here is cut at 5 1/4 by 4. If you're wanting to write these down. So it's just your next smallest layer from 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. So 5 1/4 by 4. Trying to get it centered in there as best I can. And then this one is one more layer down, so this is 5 by 3 3/4. And that's the back, Little Mermaid scales, or fish scales, or however you want to think of them. Lizard scales, dragon scales, because there is a dragon in this stamp set. But this paper is so cute. It's kind of one of those ones that I've hoarded a little bit, because if you use it, it'll be gone, but you gotta use it. Okay, now this one is going to get glued in the middle here. And I don't know what that is. Let me see if I can get it off of there. There's a little something something on there. And I have this new eraser that I got from, I ordered it on Amazon, that's supposed to take ink and stuff off. It's called a sand eraser, and it's by Tombow. It got it off somewhat. Okay. So now, let me see. I am going to, I've got these two pieces. And I'm going to do this differently than I did my sample card, because I was thinking when I did my sample card that that was really dumb, Jana. You should have put that other piece on the opposite from what I did. So that's what I'm going to make sure that I do this time. Hey. So there we go. And then on the inside of that, I'm going to put this little mermaid piece. Well, scales. Again, whatever you want it to be, I guess. But in this case, since the card has mermaids, we're going to say it's mermaid. That is going to go there. Oh, can you hear? Hey, don't do that. Sorry about that. All right, and then I am going to, you know what? I am going to put glue on this, because with that glitter there, a lot of times, like glue runner or tape runner or whatever doesn't want to stick to glitter. So it's really almost best to use a liquidy glue. Thanks for sharing, Rebecca. Hi, Seal. Hey, Kathy. Okay. So I'm not going to measure. I'm just going to eyeball this, but I kind of want it pretty much centered. Square up my card here with the grid paper, and that helps somewhat. Oh, I love that mermaid paper. It's so cute. And then this with the bubbles. Okay, and then it's going to go like that, but let's put this pretty piece of glitter on here. And let me measure that piece for you. It is 2.5 by 4. And the way I got this piece was because you want your card 4.25 by 5.5. So I thought I need half of 5.5. So I added that, and that's how I got my length, because you want this piece to be half of the one underneath. If that makes sense. Anyway, that's how I wanted mine to be. And then you kind of want to make sure that you're lining it up to match this layer back here. So then it's going to be like that. Looks so cute. All right. Now, so that's the base of our card. And I've managed to get glitter here and there. So let me bring out my Misty. And if you have a Stamparatus, all the better. And if you don't, that is Stampin' Up's version of this, and it's much better because there's so much more you can do with it. But I already had this, so I'm going with what I have for now. And I am just wiping off the inside lid here so that it'll be a little bit damp, because and I might have to do it again since I didn't have my paper down. I've got these stamps are older, so they're the old cling stamps, and they don't cling like the new ones do, that's for sure. But I find if I just wipe off the, and watch, it won't work this time, but if I make it just the slightest bit damp, that they kind of go ahead and stick. And then I'm just going to use black memento here because I'm going to be coloring with the blends. And maybe I will just ink up that mermaid one more time. There we go. Clean these off. But yeah, that just seems to hold them on there a little better. So you could do the same thing with your Stampin' Blocks. Just wipe your block off a little so that it's just a little bit moistened, and then your stamp will go ahead and stick to it a little better. Now don't do that with the new cling stamps, but because they don't need it and they work really well. Isn't she cute? And so is the little seahorse. All right, so I've got my blends here. I've got this one in case I make a boo-boo. But I am going to color her skin with light petal pink. And I am just going to do some pretty simple coloring here, so it won't take me too long. She's adorable, I think. And so is that seahorse. So that was that. And then I'm going to give her some pink cheeks with light Flirty Flamingo. So cute. And I am going to color her little mermaid body there with, what color? I am doing Light Lovely Lipstick. Ken was still here and those dogs knew it, and he came and let them out. It's not an issue when it's just them and the cat and me here. They know that he's not here. But if he's here, they want to be out there with him. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to use the Dark Lovely lipstick to just do some of this business here on her tail. And we'll do that on here. You guys know I'm not a very fancy colorer. I can take my time and do my best with it if I'm wanting to put the time in. But see, I think she looks cute. I don't need to get into all that shading stuff. All right, now I'm going to do her hair with light and dark Mango Melody and make her a little blonde mermaid. Catherine, I will post the measurements, yes. It's a really fun and simple card. So I will post the measurements in the comments after I get the video posted. So look for them there. So I think that these colors they work really good to make blonde hair. Mango Melody. So that's the light. And then I'm just going to do a little bit with the dark here. There we go. Cute. And then the little seahorse. So there she is. The little seahorse I am doing with light and dark Calypso coral. Get in the little tiny spots. And then I'm just going to come back with the Calypso coral and do the fins. And it's like you can just barely touch them because they are such tiny little areas. There we go. And then I'm going to get the dies out and cut them out. So these are the dies for this stamp set, and the stamp set again is called Magical Day. And there's stamp or dies to cut out all the characters and even the dragon's flame there and the bubbles. There's dies to cut out everything on here except for, well, then there's this banner to cut out the greetings, and then there's little waves that you can cut out, and like ferns or water plants there. But right now I just need the mermaid and the seahorse. And I have a magnetic plate on my die cutting machine, but I just prefer to give it a little stick down to make sure when you're cutting around colored images that they don't shift. It's far easier to give them a stick down than it is to redo the whole thing. Okay. Too cute. Love it. So it doesn't cut out the little bubbles that are with the seahorse there, but it just cuts the seahorse out. That's the most important. You can always stamp bubbles if you want. Okay, let me put these back on here so I don't lose them. Oh, whoops, I want to get that little piece of paper unstuck out of there. There we go. And now we can bring her back out here in the card. They're going to go on there like that. Oh, and I didn't have to use that. Then I just have a scrap piece, oops, of Whisper White, and I'm using that Birthday Wishes from the Itty Bitty Birthday set, and I'm using Bermuda Bay ink. Bring this towards me a little bit so I can see what I'm doing maybe. All right. I likey. I just like to get that ink cleaned off. There we go. And then scissors. Okay. So we've got that. And then for the inside, I am going to do, my stamp set fell on the floor. I'm going to do Hope Your Day is Magical. Bring this back out. And okay, and I'm going to use the Bermuda Bay on that also. There we go. It's funny how just using that little bit of moisture to hold the stamp in place does such a good job. So I don't know if any of you have tried it, but give it a try sometime and see if it works for you. Now then, I am going to cut that out with one of the layering ovals. And these are currently in the catalog. I love all the layering shapes because you get solid lines as well as the scallop. So there's, how many dies in this? 15. And I think it was this one. Let me see here. Yeah. I'm going to bring out, this is just what I use. A lot of people have that purple tape or whatever, and I haven't ever invested in any of that, but I have this roll of Post-it tape, and that's just what I use because I think you buy a roll of that and it must last forever because there is a lot of it on there, and I got my roll at Walmart, otherwise known as Walmart. Hey Christine. Okay, I'm just going to cut this out real quick. So there we go with that. I've used those pieces of Post-it enough that they need to go in the garbage now. Okay, so I think we're ready here. So this is going to go inside there like that. Hope your day is magical. Okay, then you can still write in here, you can write in here. And then let me bring in my dimensionals here. Did I lose my little... Oh, you guys, you know how I lose things. There he is. The little seahorse, he's so tiny. I'm going to put one of these little tiny ones on the back of him. Right there. I think that's okay. Yeah, can't see it. And then I'm going to use these also on her. Oops. I always have to touch them again and make sure I got the paper off. There we go. One more. Birthday wishes, and then from my stash of sequins, of which I have a lot, on this one I brought in iridescent ones here. There's also a ton of snowflake ones in there. I don't want snowflakes, so I'm going to have to be picking all these back up, but I do just want round ones, and I love that there's different sizes. Okay, that should give me enough choices to pick some out there. And I'm going to put them on with the Tombow Mono Multimedia Multi. All right, and there's already bubbles on this paper, but that's okay. We are just going to put a couple on here and one up there. And again, if you have Stampin' Up's little tool that's got the pick and the sticky and all that, that's good, because you've got it all in one. And someday when I grow up, maybe I'll have that too. Hee hee. All right. Trouble is, you sign up and you've already got stuff, but then you want all the new stuff, and you just can't have it all at one time. Okay, there she is. Love it. So these are called Joyfold. Hi, Cindy. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, Rebecca. Okay, so yeah, Joyfold card, and you can do things with it. You can make them differently than what I've made this one. You can make them open like that. You know, this middle can be different. Now, look, I just pulled my sequin off. Let me put it back on there. There we go. Because I'm going to bring out the sample one that I did, and you'll see what I did, and I don't like it as well. Did I do it again? I can't keep that sequin on there. There we go. Okay. So yeah. It's a cute card, I think. All right, so there's that one, and then here's the one I did ahead, and I did it backwards. I put the bubbles in there, and I put this, well, this doesn't make sense because she needs to be in the water for one thing, but I was thinking I liked the mermaid scales and I wanted that to show. It's okay. I mean, whoever I send this to, especially it's not a stamper, is not going to probably think about it maybe. I also used blue sequins, and I didn't really like that so much. So those were the things I learned from making my sample card, that it wasn't exactly, I wasn't that happy with the ending. And I thought, okay, those are the things I can change up on this one, which I did. I didn't put as many sequins either because I didn't like that. She needs to be in the water, so that makes a whole lot more sense. And then this looks cute in here. So there's the cards. And I like this one much better, I have to say. Hey, Danita. But yeah, super simple. I will post the measurements to what I did in the comments when I post this video, so you can go back and look at that. And thanks for joining me today, you guys. Oh, I'm going to be back on Friday for Friday Fun Day, and I'm going to use this new set, Birthday Goodness. Isn't it so cute? So between now and then, I've got to come up with what I'm going to make. I've been studying. So we'll see. Join me Friday for Friday Fun Day at 2 o'clock Pacific time, and we'll play with this set. In the meantime, have a great week, and I will see you Friday. Thanks for joining me. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.